Armed with a metal detector and pure determination, what will the Lagina team discover on Lot 5? Something that takes them close or throws them off. Let's find out. Still, within the Lot 5 surrounding area, Rick and Gary check out flag spots detected as metallic targets. One uses the rage detector machine, while the other digs through and pulls out a portion of the soil in the marked area. Right into the second marked spits, the metal detector detected signs of heavy and solid metal close to the Earth's surface. After careful digging and searching, Laird found the metal source to be an ancient coin, a good start for the beginning of a season. The coin's texture and quality seem similar to those of the ancient Roman coin, found a few feet from the current spot several years ago. The coin appeared to be handmade, forged with a hammer. Not long after, another coin was found a few feet away in a different flagged spot. In excitement, Rick calls his brother Marty Lagina to come down to the area to help in the search. After several attempts, Rick found a third coin, adding to the collection on Lot 5, just at the beginning of the episode. The coin also has a similarity with the previous two. The patina looks the same. It is hand-hammered and dates further than the discovery of Oak Island. The coins are clues to the big picture of what happened on Lot 5. Taking their findings to Laird and Emma at the Interpretive Center, the coins were analyzed using the XRF and a CT scan. The first coin was analyzed to have about 94% copper and 5% silver, different from the properties of Roman coins, which are tin and LED, proving it is not of Roman origin, but the coin is very ancient and has no features or properties of modern-made coins. The second coin was made from a different metallic material. The second coin also has a drawing of a female face crafted in the center. After the XRF, it was discovered that the coin is made up of copper, silicon, lead, and tin, a definite match to the ancient Roman coins found last season, and most likely was brought to the island by Knights Templars or the original treasure depositors. While scanning the last coin, the pattern seemed to be woven or a very light and small chain link. It is handmade, and the inscribed pattern on it is ancient. On a closer look, Emma discovered the coin has brass properties, however, the high calcium and phosphorus points to the coin being a French denier that existed around the 13th century, similar to the LED cross found some time ago. The team wondered if there was a possible connection between the French denier and the French barter token, as they seem to have the same origin. The second day, at noon, after the first findings, the team continued searching for ancient coins in the pink-flagged area at Lot 5. Craig found an iron that looked like a broken map piece. It was bagged for further observation at the Interpretive Center. Underneath a pile of debris, another coin was found on a second route, making it the fourth in that episode. According to the experts, the coin has the chance of being Roman, and, like the others, it was also hand-hammered and in good shape, and the patina was still very clear to see. Metal stamp found 100 yards away from Lot 5. Gary and his team certainly did not set out to find French history, but what happens when they find these deposits on the island's soil? It begs the question, what brought the French to Oak Island? In Episode 2, Rick and Gary continue their metal-detecting search, hoping to find another collection of coins. After careful digging, a fairly large metal strap was discovered among the debris and moist soil. According to Gary, the feature of the strap matches the description of a decorative strap that broke off from an item, most likely a box of the chest. Another theory is that the strap might be the key to unveiling the mystery behind the several coins in the area. Perhaps there is a buried box around the corner, or the strap, and some coins fell off while transporting the chest to the circular depression. A few minutes after the strap was found, another metal discovery was made. A chunky, heavy, and thick piece of iron was found. Gary pointed out its resemblance to a rose-head-type fastener. The iron is old and hand-forged, just like other found fasteners. If the theory is accurate, the appliance was used to assemble a structure. Possibly the structure is buried under the circular depression. There is also the question of why many metal materials have been recently found in the area, despite iron being expensive and valuable. The discoveries were taken to a blacksmith expert, Carmen Leg, and according to him, the chunky iron was broken out of something and could have been a chisel used for mining and tunneling. If his analysis is accurate, it means it belonged to the treasure's depositor and the tunnel's original builders. The current size means it has deteriorated due to natural causes, and its original state should be about a foot long, which is the rational size for the tool to be suitable enough to serve its purpose. On the other hand, the bow-styled strap was analyzed as decorative and was most likely tied around a chest or a wooden box. According to Carmen, this style was used mostly by the French of the earlier centuries. This analysis takes a different route from the first theory about having only one treasure depositor. It seems this artifact is older and predates the 17th century. The French might have been on the island first and probably explored it. The island was a resting place for ships. Afterwards, the English discovered the island. England was later used after the conception, which can be traced to Sir William Phipps. Fortunately, this analysis is not wild speculation because the strap is not the only early artifact of French origin and is older than the English artifacts discovered. There have been artifacts like the LED cross traced to the southern part of France. According to Jack, the metal strap might be part of a hatch. Jack also stated that the discovery confirms the presence of French people on the island, influenced by Zena Halpern's discovery of Oak Island and Nova Scotia's maps written in French, and traced to the 12th and 14th century Knights Templar. Wood chunks were found 106 feet in D5N 265. Wood is in most cases used for doors, and in some cases pillars for structures. When broken off pieces are found in the money pit way down beyond seeing eyes, it makes you wonder what it was used for. The team, still in drilling operation at the money pit area, makes a groundbreaking discovery that is the first to be obtained from the east side of the shaft. The drilling, which began with the hope of finding a tunnel, some kind of structure, or traces of treasure buried underneath the ground surface, was futile until the hole reached a depth of 98 to 108 feet, which, according to the report, is the area where most likely the tunnel can be found. At 108, the team tore up the plastic wrap to search for the debris from the drilling, and a medium-sized piece of wood was found amidst the debris, indicating its nearness to the wooden structure, most likely the tunnel underneath the borehole. Going an inch lower in the drill, another chunk of wood was found among the debris, confirming the earlier find was not a fluke. The question is if the wood is from the same structure, or if another tunnel is out of sight. Another concern is if the tunnel runs directly under the garden shaft and into the baby blob. There is also a possibility that this wooden evidence belongs to another structure that leads opposite or away from the baby blob path. The only evidence of these wood pieces being linked to the garden shaft is that they match the wood samples found in areas close to the shaft, and they both seem to be carved from a similar tree. At 105 feet deep, another core was brought out and searched by the team. But unlike the earlier find, these pieces are much smaller, and the soil is gray, indicating that the drilling has now reached inside the tunnel. According to the drilling map, this area was discovered to be very close to where a hidden treasure might be buried around the garden shaft, and these two pieces of evidence just confirm what has been suspected and reported. As seen on the map, the tunnel directly leads to the garden shaft, indicating it is a depositor's construction, not a tunnel built by searchers of the lost treasure. At 111 feet and a half, there are multiple pieces of wood in the debris, which indicates the team is about 107 feet from the zone of interest. From the texture and features, the pieces of wood were found to pass as the floorboard or a fallen ceiling board. The next operation was to follow the tunnel detection holes to know the definite direction of where the tunnel leads before extending the garden shaft. 2 wood samples from borehole DN12 and borehole D5 and 26.5 were taken to EMA to compare the similarities between the 2 wooden samples and confirm if they belong to the same tunnel or if there is another unknown tunnel in the garden shaft. After the scan, EMA reported that the wood was from the same tunnel and contained potassium and aluminum, but no gold, silver, tin, or any evidence of precious metals was found. However, the wood contained palladium, which is very unusual for its depth, except that it was used to preserve and refine gold treasures. From Moya's point of view, The palladium found indicates that there is indeed a gold or platinum deposit in the surrounding area, or most likely below the garden shaft. Iron artifacts on the shoreline of Lot 5. Gary and his team may not have found the treasure yet, but Oak Island has proven it has a rich history where every rusted spike and broken handle may hold the key to a centuries-old mystery. Join them as they search tirelessly. In Episode 4,